Hello, guys, and welcome to a special announcement for DC Films Hub / The Real Anarchy. This is going to be the new show. It's going to be the Real Emotion. With me, your man Ben, as usual, and also, do you have a special name for this week, man? For this special little video?
No, you know what? I'm I'm just gonna go by John. I mean, I might as well, right?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
If you're gonna see me in person, right? If we're going to talk like this, you might as well know my full name.
That's true.
I'm just gonna go by John.
All right. So what's up with you, John? Anything new? Anything you would like to discuss?
No, nothing new except for everything, right?
Right.
So the whole basis of what we're going to be doing here is going to... Hey. Sorry, that was Avery. She wanted to mess around. The whole basis of the new show is going to be where we can talk about a lot more news other than just DC. Because, don't get me wrong, DC is great. I love DC. I am a diehard DC fan.
Oh, yeah.
The only issue is they've only had about, one or two stories to pop up. I mean, if we're going to sit there and talk about the freaking Birds of Prey set footage that we have no concept of, we have no context.
No context at all.
Is that really news? Should we even talk about that?
No, it's not really. It's not worth a show. That's pretty much. And it's true. It's like there's times that we even hit each other up like, listen, there's not enough information for us to do a real, like a 30 minutes to an hour show. At least now we're going to have more stuff to go around, so we could do a full-fledged show.
I put out a Twitter poll to kind of figure out, like, hey, should we like engage with our listeners and have potentially questions and answer questions every once in a while? And so that's what we did, and I've gotten a resounding yes. So from here on out, and the reason why I'm not going to be posting it up like visually, I'm going to just mention it, is because, it's silly. Like, I want to take a lot of questions and read them, but I don't want to get flooded with a bunch of, a
bunch of
BS.
Questions. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
just a bunch of BS when that's not really the case. So if you're listening, the email to send that to is going to be literally our show. So, therealinmotion@gmail.com. That's going to be where we're going to take all of our questions that we've gotten from fans, answer them here, and that way we have a little bit of a segment to go off of. That's
a part of the show. And if your question doesn't get addressed on this week's, maybe get addressed on the following week, or probably doesn't cohesively goes with the show. So just keep asking questions. Eventually, we're gonna grab whatever makes sense to go with the show, or sometimes probably some randoms just to keep things spiced up.
Right. And that actually leads me to kind of the other things that we're going to talk about, which is, other than the news that we're going to be bringing you, because like I mentioned, we're still going to be talking about DC news. That's not going to stop, okay?
Right.
What we're going to be doing, though, is also having kind of segments and having some categories that actually talk. Sorry, let me grab this real quick. So what we'll do is basically we'll talk about certain things, certain segments. For instance, I don't know if you know this by now, 40 episodes in, but this
is the 40th episode. Yes, right.
40th, yeah. Ben, he loves Marvel. I don't get it. I can't sit there and watch Marvel. I can't. Like
I can. Listen.
I know you can.
You can.
Like, what are you talking about? Like,
we're not even a full show. You're already taking shots.
Yeah, I know, and that's the beautiful thing about this, because essentially what we're going to be doing throughout each episode, and it'll probably be like maybe once a month, sometimes maybe twice a month, but it'll be certain segments that happen at certain times of the show. But we're going to be discussing our top films of certain decades, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all that stuff. Top 5, top 10. We'll combine of a list, and we'll kind of read off of them either every week, or kind of judge each other's top 5 or top 10 of films.
Okay. I promise you, on my top 10 movies, I don't think I could say that there is a Marvel movie in there. Maybe the Winter Soldier, or maybe. Yeah.
Maybe Black Panther, maybe Infinity War, maybe
Infinity War.
Maybe your whole top 5 is fucking Marvel.
Just shut up.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But it's not just our top 5 films or top 10 films of all. We're going to break it down through genre. So we're going to go drama, we're going to go sci-fi, we're going to go action,
horror.
Horror, which I won't have any. So whatever.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be the only 2 that I've seen. But
yeah, probably horror. Probably we're not going to get into that. Probably, you know what? Drama, comedies. Or dramedies, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, comedy. Oh God, I can't wait, dude.
Yeah. That's going to be exciting. And also, we're going to discuss TV shows and.
Oh yeah.
Probably it's going to take like a separate show to do like Game of Thrones stuff, because I know when we start talking about Game of Thrones, it's going to be insane.
Dude, you want to talk about Game of Thrones? Just peep my shirt, man. Like, I don't know if you can see it, or I'm gonna have to stand up. I mean,
all right.
I'm wearing a shirt that says "I know nothing," mainly because of the fact that my name's John. Makes sense, right?
Sir John.
Play on words. Yeah, John. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Yeah, I was so mad when they killed her. Anyway, but we could discuss that on another show. But
we'll talk about that at the other show. But we'll there's only six episodes, so it'll be 6 shows to recap it. Maybe have Westworld, but whenever that should comes back on, we'll see.
Right.
But other than top 5 or top 10 films, we'll have top 10 directors. We'll kind of be able to explain all of that, right? We'll be able to go in and explain certain definitions that you may not know about film, because I'm a cinephile. Like, I love film, and so the difference between digital and film, 35 millimeter and 70 millimeter Panavision, and what it means when you're talking about cinematography or costume design, what all entails that. Because when you hear these like production designers or production head of production, no one really explains to you what that means. But if you're wondering, like, if you're watching a film and you look at certain buildings and certain sets, and you're like, oh my goodness, that looks gorgeous and all that, that's not the director. That has nothing to do with the director. That is literally because of the production design.
Yeah, because they put an idea out, and the production design comes and put it to work and brings it forward, so in a way that it makes sense, that it's gonna be how it's gonna look on the screen, and hopefully it matches to whatever the director concocted in their mind. But it takes a village to make a movie. The director comes up with these ideas, and then they have an army of people that come up with concept arts, the dress designs, everything that takes to make a movie. And those are the little things that not everybody's too well informed about that, and we're gonna go deep in detail about all these things.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna go from just anything you can imagine. The best remakes of certain classics, right? The worst remakes of certain classics. So, when you think of, I was thinking about one of my favorite movies of all time is Old Boy. It's a Korean movie, and Spike Lee made a remake with Thanos, with Jeff Brolin. And that movie, the remake is so bad. It's horrible. But that's one of the things that we're gonna discuss in detail when the time comes to talk about all those things. But we're also gonna talk every beginning of the month. We're gonna talk about the most anticipated films of that month, and also look back to what we thought of our either most anticipated months last month or the previous month, or what we were surprised about, what we liked, what we didn't like, what we watched. There's so many opportunities to talk about other things than just film news, that it's going to be exciting, because at the end of the day, we've gotten a lot of questions like this just in general. Like, hey, well, what do you think of this certain movie and all that? And I'd love to go into detail, but on our other show we couldn't really talk about that in detail because it wasn't DC news.
And we can review the movies to give our own honest opinion.
Correct. Yeah, we could review any kind of movie that, let's just say we keep getting asked, hey, what do you guys think of this, whatever movie?
Right.
Well, then all of a sudden we could turn that into a show. So it's not about being in a kind of a vacuum now anymore. It's just we're a lot more
now
open, we're a lot more freedom.
The world is our oyster. Now we can just expand, spread our wings.
Yeah, no, and it makes sense though, right? Because for instance, there's a film that I love that I don't know if anybody really even knows about. It's called The Good, the Bad, the Weird, and it's exactly what you would think it is. It's based off of the Western, Good, the Bad, the Ugly. But it's from Korea. It was a Korean director and all Korean. It is probably the best. I swear, it's probably the best foreign film I've ever seen.
Really?
Literally one of the greatest sets of action pieces, and just everything that they did with the story, because they obviously switched it up a little bit, but it's phenomenal. I mean, it's great. And
is it on Netflix right now?
I don't know, but it came out in 2008. So it's not like you would know about it unless you heard about it.
Okay.
And so that's kind of this allows that platform to get out there, because there may be a lot of people that love a lot of action films or something like that. I don't know. And they hear one of us talk about a film that we had no idea about, and boom, they watch it and they love it.
Right. You know, there's a lot of gems that you don't even know anything about. There was a movie, the name of the movie escapes me right now, but we ran into it by accident on Netflix. And it was an amazing story. It was a layered time travel love story. It was so well put together. We'll talk about it. The name is not coming to me right now, but we'll definitely talk about it during one of the shows, because I really, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, we're going to have to talk about this movie. I'm going to let John know about it, but I'm going to wait until we do a show so we could go in details about it a little bit further.
Yeah. And it makes sense. I mean, just being able to, we're going to have segments on trailers that we saw of films that we completely didn't get our film that we saw from a trailer, and vice versa. Yeah. I'll give you two examples, okay? Two. Obviously, Justice League comes to mind, right? That trailer, when I saw Justice League, it was
Everybody lost their shit. Everybody lost their shit when that trailer dropped.
Right. And so then seeing the film, the fact that they were using Snyder's trailers and his footage, and then giving us the bullshit that we got in the film, kind of sucks. But
I don't do reaction videos, and my son at the time was into doing little reaction videos. I was like, no, come on, let's do one for this, because I was so hyped for it, especially for the second one with actually when you hear the Steppenwolf's voiceover. That's when I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be out of this world. And then
his voice is so But also, so a trailer that didn't do it for me at all, period, and I fell in love with the fucking film, is Blade Runner 2049. I remember I saw those trailers and I was like...
I was the same way. I was watching that trailer, I was like, this is not for me. So... But the movie...
and then all of a sudden, I watch it and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like one of my favorite fucking films.
I know.
And then I go on and watch the first one, and I'm like, I mean, fuck, I missed out. Like, I don't even want to get started. But
there's a lot of also obscure movies that I like to recommend. That I don't know the movie that I saw the other day.
The Wasp.
Did you say Ant-Man and the Wasp, you motherfucker? No, it was the movie that I saw by actually the Joker, Jared Leto, Mr. Nobody. I saw the movie I saw the movie like about 3 months ago, and I think there's not a week that goes by that I don't think about that movie. It's like, shit, that movie was good. Like little bits and pieces. I was like, damn, that was really well pulled together. So, but
I think it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be able to go through a lot of segments, have some fun. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is how how can we make the show entertaining for you guys, everybody that's watching, and have it a little bit different on YouTube? Because, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem recording just the voice. Like, that's fine.
Right.
That's what we've been doing. But having something a little bit more special so that you guys can interact with us and see our faces, and as we talk to each other, it does help. I mean, it's and of course, it's going to get better. Like,
of course,
production-wise, it's going to get way better.
And they get to see our raw reaction, because we are known for being a little bit too intense. Is that the word?
Passionate?
Or passionate? That's the word. Yeah, we're passionate about certain topics, and at least you get to see our raw emotions whenever we talk about this kind of things that we're passionate about. Whether we love them or we hate them or we just feel indifferent, whatever it is. But you're gonna get to see our real. You hear it all the time, but now you're gonna get to see our raw emotions when we talk about the subjects.
Yep, and pretty soon. I mean, in a way, like, for where I'm at as far as the camera position and everything is, obviously things will probably change here in the future, but for right now, enjoy the setup.
I'm recording from my living room because I was trying to do it from the place where I want to settle, but the lighting wasn't helping. I was like, nah, I need to have better lighting, and I'm like next to the window in the living room. But this is not going to be the final location. I want to get my own little space, make sure that it's consistently the same setup, so that way it creates some familiarity with the viewers and the show.
Yeah, and I don't even know if this is. I don't think we'd classify this as episode 40. I think this is like episode 39.5.
Yeah, 39.5. The 40th is going to be the real deal, or full through.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Right. Through and through. All right, anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
I know that last week I got really passionate. I'm sorry, okay?
No, you're not.
I know. But I mean, in real talk, okay?
Right.
I was upset. I'm still upset. Still upset about those questions. I am glad that other people have noticed the video where Snyder talks about the cut and the 2 hours 14 minutes. Because all that stuff is something we're going to talk about on the next episode. So, but a lot of the bigger media outlets are going to start picking some of this stuff up.
Right.
And I know that a lot of people are going to be like, fuck those guys, because they were talking shit about all of us all the time. That's going to happen. Like, they have a loud voice, and they were talking shit. I'm not saying to forget that. I'm just saying that if those people start turning and becoming more supportive and advocates for the Snyder Cut, please don't shun them away, because the last thing you want to do is keep yourself locked up in a little fucking box because you're too proud to allow other people to change their views. Right?
And we met enough to,
I was just going to say, if Batman does that, right, then he kills Superman. If Superman does that, he allows Lex Luthor to die. Right? Because, I'm sorry, Lex literally just kidnapped his mother, threw his girlfriend off the fucking roof, okay? Made him have to basically make a decision on, hey, I'm going to kill your mother if you don't kill the Bat, okay?
Right.
And what does he do? Doomsday throws a punch at him and he saves his life.
It still does.
If we were going to be acting like the people that are acting like online, they would have just let him get killed. They would be like, fuck it. Now, Doomsday, you run around. Actually, go take out Bruce for me. He was a dickhead to me.
It makes us no different than.
Yeah, it's like that. You have to understand that if they're going to switch, you have to be accepting. I'm not saying forget. I'm just saying you have to be accepting of them, because if they if all of a sudden they keep seeing all these people getting attacked, even though they're switching, who the fuck's going to want to switch? I wouldn't want to. I'd be like, no, fuck those guys, dude. Even the people that are coming to their aid, they're just showing disrespect by shitting on them the whole time. So, like, for me, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to like join. But at the same time, we have to embrace them. I keep an eye on them. Just saying. I keep an eye. I'm not gonna just be accepting and go, yeah, naive and I'm fine. No,
right.
But at the same time, we make peace with our enemies.
Absolutely.
It's called making peace for a
reason. That's a very mature thing coming from you.
That's why they call it making peace.
You're growing up before my eyes.
Am I? That. Oh my goodness.
No, just kidding. No, but you know,
I feel like I'm wearing my pull-ups.
No, but it's true what you're saying. Let it be. What if they have a different? Not everybody's gonna agree with us. Probably some people are gonna hate us. Some people are gonna love us. But we cannot be just like it's too exhausting to be cognizant of everybody's negativity or whatever else they put out in the world. So, but at the same time, doesn't mean that you have to be the same way. If they feel to be a certain way, you don't gravitate towards it. Just let it be. That's what I would advise.
Let the love flow through you.
Exactly. There you go.
It's like an opposite of Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. Anyways.
All right.
So that's my 2 cents. This is John.
My 2 cents is hopefully you guys continue to follow us, hit like, subscribe, continue to share our content. And we promise that this year we're going to keep growing and making this thing better for you guys. And hopefully you stay along for the ride and bring all the people, all the friends with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
So this is John.
Till next time, this is Ben.